Hey, I'm Brian. Becoming a dad isn't easy. I'm a father of three, and early on, I would always avoid the toughest questions that would linger deep inside of me. Questions I think, if I addressed, would have made me a better father early on. But that's the past, and now I have a chance to fix that. And I hope by answering some of these questions, it can help another dad out there. So, why didn't things get better at 6 weeks? When my first son was born 5 years ago, I think I just wasted that first year. I was trying to track, I was trying to treat fatherhood on a spreadsheet, and that made me just lose the magic in all of it. I was one of these people that loved my sleep. And who doesn't, right? I'm sure you love your sleep as well. And sleep early on was bad. And I was so into just tracking when it would get better. I would look at week 1 and look at week 2 and look at week 3 and just track, okay, how much longer does he sleep per night now, right? Like how much longer are those stretches, and just to kind of give me some reassurance that it was going to get better. And up until week 6, it was slowly improving, right? You had your ups and downs, but week 7 was when they said it was going to get even better, and then it didn't, right? um, and there I was, just in bed while my wife is tending to our crying baby, just looking online frantically, okay, when does it get better? Then you hear about these, you get two different sides of the story, right? One article says, hey, it's going to gradually improve from week 6 onwards, and it's going to keep getting better. And then one article mentions the wonder weeks, right? How there's these developmental weeks that can last up to 4 weeks or longer, right? And it's all about sleep regression, and it's just like, you don't really know who to believe. And the thing I've realized now is, you don't know who to believe or who to trust, because every baby's different, right? And every baby grows at their own rate. Every baby's got different DNA. And yeah, I just realized that those expectations that I put on myself, or put on the baby that first time I was a father, it just I lost the magic, to be honest with you. I looked at everything like hmm, I wanted things to get better, right? But 5 years ago, I didn't really know what better was. I thought better was a quieter baby, a baby that behaved, a baby that didn't have tantrums or cry constantly, that let me and my wife sleep. I thought that was better, right? And I evaluated how happy I was as a father based on those things. It was very self-centered, right? Very selfish, and maybe that's why, maybe that was a blessing for me as a father. And maybe you're feeling the same. But over time, and I've got 3 kids now. I've come to realize you can't just look. There's no fun when you look too far in the future, right? When you're tracking towards something and you have a goal, those expectations aren't met. it creates a lot of resentment and disappointment, and you lose a lot of the magic. You lose all the magic when you go through the day to day, right? And I lost all that magic that first time. Um, Fast forward to today, I have an 8 month daughter, or sorry, almost 10 month old daughter, and I've come to realize, and if you're watching this, that it's best just to kind of look at the small wins, right? The day to day wins. Treat each day like it's its own. Try to find wins where don't compare versus the previous day. Don't compare versus the previous week. Just look at that day on its own. Because when you look at it from a bird's eye view, it can get pretty daunting, right? But when you just take it day by day, know that there's going to be hard times. You start to see some of the little wins, little magic. You start to see that smile. You start to see that eye contact. You start to see the calmness, right? In the sleep. It's pretty special. And someone who's got 5 years of experience now as a father, I'll tell you that when you don't have those expectations, because it only continues to compound, right? Like when your kids get older, when they're 1, they're 2, and they're 3, and if you're tracking all those milestones, and whether they first take their first step, or when they say their first word, or when you start tracking all those things and they don't hit those milestones, you start to hate it, man, because you think like either you've done something wrong or your child's wrong, but nothing's wrong. Everyone's got their own pace, man. Everyone's got their own journey. I think in life I've always tried to be the first at everything. Always set good goals and set action plans to target those goals, but you just spend your whole life chasing, and you you stop to actually appreciate the things when they happen, right? Because they're evaluated on a timeline. I got 3 kids, and my son's really good at math, but he's not the greatest at reading. But we're working on it, and I work with him every night to get him there. And my daughter isn't the greatest eater. She's not the tallest. She doesn't eat the most nutrition, and I'm working on that. But she's behind, and she's behind on potty training, and that's fine, man, because we're working on it. And when she takes off her diaper, she does this funny dance, right? And I think if I was so infatuated with watching her, watching her fall behind, I wouldn't appreciate it. But now I can appreciate how funny it is, right? When she takes off her diaper and dances, and you know, to circle it back to you're week 7 now, and you're wondering, why aren't things better, man? Better to who, right? Like better to other people, or like why should you care, right? Because there's always going to be more milestones, always going to be more things, and if you keep thinking you're behind, man, you're gonna lose all the you're gonna lose all the fun, man. Just there's so much variety that in their day to day, that don't waste it, man. Don't waste it being so hard on yourself. Just because before you know it, it's all gonna go, right. Like you won't get that moment back. Those that first year you only got 365 days, right? And you know, when I had my first son, I wish I could go back and enjoy it more, but you know, the past is the past. But if you're a new dad, man, just enjoy it. Just don't take it for granted. Appreciate the small wins. And yeah, man, don't be like me. Don't manage it on a spreadsheet. Fatherhood doesn't belong on a spreadsheet. And I'll see you next time. And if you enjoyed this video, or if you're a new dad, I really hope this video helped you. And I'll see you next time.